Hi, Market Protocol community. Thanks for joining us. This is Collins Brown, the COO of Market Protocol, and I'm here with Seth and Phil. I'll let them briefly introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Seth, CEO of Market Protocol. Thanks for joining us.
Phil Sasser, CTO of Market Protocol. Happy holidays, everyone.
We're going to do another AMA and update for everybody that we're going to post, so we're excited to share this with you guys. First, we're going to start with just a general summary of what we've been doing. Then we're going to give you a development update of what we're working on, talk a little bit about where you can learn more about us and some interviews that we've done, and then we're going to answer some questions. So we look forward to doing that. Seth, can you start with the general summary of what we've been doing, where we've been? Just give us an update.
Sure. We've been very busy since we last talked with you guys, sometime during the summer. The team has traveled extensively since then. We've been in Europe. We were at DevCon and DeFi Summit. We've been in San Francisco for Blockchain Week. We were in Korea for Blockchain Week. I have to look at my list. We were at the CU Blockchain Summit in Colorado. We were at a conference in Chicago. We've been in Denver a few times, in addition to the team being based in Boulder. So we've been all over the place, meeting a lot of really interesting people and explaining to everyone what we're working on at Market Protocol. So we've been happy to make a lot of new friends in the time since our last update. A few things just to cover really quickly is the team has grown in a number of different spots. What I want to mention on the business side and the operations side is we added Bass Bauman in the Boulder, Denver area as head of business strategy. He's been working with us a lot on refining sort of some of the vision and some of the things we're doing on the business side. There are a few other people that we added on the development side, which Phil will cover when he gives his update. A few other interesting things that I want to highlight is very recently we announced adding Eric Voorhees, Shapeshift founder and CEO, to our advisor board. Eric is local to the Denver, Colorado area, so we're very happy to have his support and guidance as we navigate some places that he's already been. We think that Shapeshift is a really positive and good business in the community, and Eric is a huge proponent of blockchain technology and where we are today, so we're very happy to have him advising and helping us as we move forward with Market Protocol. Overall, there are a number of other items that we've addressed and released, so Phil will cover a few of those on the development side. Just to highlight, as a good segue, is towards the beginning of November, we launched MPX on Rinkeby Test Network, which is the first testnet deployment of Market Protocol. So that's a big milestone and something we're really happy with. We're really happy with both the release timeline and how hard everyone on the team worked and came together to get that shipped and out the door. So I think that's a good segue for Phil here.
Awesome. Thanks, Seth. Seth mentioned the big push for the dev team was getting us towards that Rinkeby launch of the beta of MPX. So if you haven't checked it out yet, please go to mpexchange.io. There's some videos that'll help you get Rinkeby Test Ether that'll allow you to trade and transact on the exchange. We have a few contracts listed there, so people can really just get the experience of what it's like to trade Market Protocol smart contracts and understand a little bit more about derivatives. So again, just want to thank the team for that effort there and the open source community that's helped us get to the place that we're at now. In that vein, a few new team members have joined us, one of which is Perfect. And Perfect's one of the first open source contributors that we actually had. He's in Nigeria, and he's with us full time, and we're super excited that he's on board now.
When was Perfect's first commit, do you think?
Oh man, off the cuff, that's a hard question.
It was at least a year ago, right?
Yeah, over a year ago.
Probably,
Very, very early in kind of the development of Market Protocol.
Yeah, nice.
So he's a great asset, has a lot of depth of knowledge of where we've been and where we're going, so happy to have him on board. I think since the last app update, also we brought on Travis Mathis full-time, who is just like a a Web3 guru who's been helping us a ton with everything from just kind of the middleware of our exchange to a lot of building out of core infrastructure and kind of just making sure that the team runs smoothly as we're thinking through these things. And he's brought along his good friend and previous cohort, Dan, and Dan Matthews joined the team kind of most recently, and again, just an incredible asset to have, who's a really solid back-end dev and helping us a lot to move everything forward. So we're pretty excited about the growth in the dev team and the progress there. There's a lot of really cool updates coming to what we're doing, how we're building it out, and how we're thinking about going to mainnet. So I'm excited to keep you guys informed as we publicize those changes. I'm trying to think what else we want to talk about from the dev side of things.
I got a question for you, Phil.
Yeah.
With the beta release that came out, what kind of assets did you guys list so people have an idea of what kind of things they can trade with Market Protocol?
Yeah, so the first assets that we put on the beta, we put a broad-based stock index, so we put the S&P 500 on there. We have a few crypto-based contracts, so there's a Bitcoin contract and an ETH contract, and then also we have a few traditional commodity-based contracts, so I believe there's a gold contract and maybe an oil contract on there as well. So the contracts were selected just to give people an idea of the breadth of assets that we're able to trade using Market Protocol. So there's the crypto-to-crypto type derivatives that we can create, as well as stock indices, and then traditional commodities like oil and gold can be traded there as well. So we'll definitely be expanding that in the future. There's a lot of flexibility in the protocol and allows us to use any ERC20 as collateral as well. So eventually we'll expand the offering of collateral types to many different tokens there too.
What's been most popular? What are people traded the most?
We've seen a lot of the real world assets being traded. I think the S&P 500 and the gold contracts have seen probably the most volume on there. I think it's pretty novel for people to think about trading those based in crypto, and it's something that's not really in the space yet, so I think that there's a lot of excitement there.
And it's just as easy to go long as it is short, too.
Absolutely, no need to borrow, no need to do with any lending. As long as you can find a counterparty, you can get short exposure to any of these assets.
What's next, Phil, for Market Protocol and MPX?
So a lot of what we're doing now is making sure that we're incorporating user feedback into what features that we're adding to the exchange. One of the things that people asked for a lot was to enable MetaMask in privacy mode. And so recently, actually today, we pushed an update to production that allows MetaMask to be used in privacy mode, which involved an upgrade on our backend to Web3 1.0, which is the new release of Web3.js. And so we're incorporating features and interacting with our users to understand their use cases and what they need to get more utility out of the exchange. So really that's a lot of our focus now, and then moving towards mainnet in the near future.
Great. And that's one of the things that's pretty exciting about the whole process is when we released that, we didn't necessarily know that everybody would demand privacy mode immediately, and that was one of the first pieces of feedback, and you guys were able to integrate it pretty quickly on the dev team. So it's really exciting that feedback loop is happening quickly.
Absolutely. I mean, our community is really important to us, and making sure that we are incorporating what people want. We don't want to tell you as what you want and how you want to trade, and so getting that feedback is great. So if you're out there listening to this and you've been on mpexchange.io or you're going there now and you have feedback, please reach out to us. Let us know. There's intercom built into the app, and that's a great way, as well as email or our Telegram room as well. So any of those methods is good. Info at marketprotocol.io for feedback, or our Telegram, which we can post in the links to this YouTube video.
Another question we received was when we would be incorporating different collateral besides DAI collateral. I think all the examples on MPX now are DAI collateral with the exception of ETH Bitcoin, right?
I mean, currently the actual token that's being used is a token that we've created, and that token, the reason that we created a token was we wanted people to be able to request collateral. So if I want to go trade on there, there's essentially a faucet that they can say, hey, I'd like to request some collateral, and I believe right now it gives you 1 million tokens, so like $1 million worth of collateral to be able to start trading with.
So sorry, right? It's not specifically DAI. It's designed to kind of appropriate a stable coin or a USD proxy.
Correct. Yeah.
The point is, though, with Market Protocol, the collateral currency is set when the relationship is defined. So to create any ERC20 token relationship is possible with Market Protocol. So it could be a stable coin, it could be another ERC20 token, or it could be something like Ether. So when we designed Market Protocol, that's one of the things that we wanted to make sure is that any collateral, there was flexibility in the collateral selection. So one of the questions we received was essentially, could other currencies or other collaterals be used besides sort of this test dollar proxy or Ether? And the answer is any ERC20 can be used as collateral.
So one of the things that we'll certainly do towards mainnet and then after launch is just adding more contracts, having a simplified user experience in the initial stages so people understand what's going on and not overwhelming them with too many options was kind of the goal there. But eventually, certainly having contracts that have wrapped Ether and other stable coins would be very applicable to a mainnet launch.
Great.
And where everybody can learn more about Market Protocol, we are in Proof of Work and Protocol Weekly newsletters, so sign up for those, learn more about what we're doing, learn more about what some other really cool projects in the community are doing. Seth recently did a podcast with Wire Talks podcast. You can check that out if you subscribe to their podcast. BitBoy and Wendy Crypto, or Crypto Wendy, I'm sorry, both on YouTube reviewed the project, so you can check out those videos on YouTube. Check out our website, obviously going to marketprotocol.io and checking out the beta release of the exchange, MPX. It's a great way to learn about what we're doing. You can interact with us via intercom on there and Telegram. So we would love to hear from you. Any feedback that anybody has, that would be awesome. We also have a Medium blog. I'd like to wish everybody a Happy New Year, and thanks for checking it out, and thanks for being part of our community.
Happy New Year. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Happy holidays to the team and everyone out there in our community. Thank you.